Hi guys, dctmakes here. Just next evolution on the 670 Predator in the Cushman. The last video I did showed the governor being bypassed, new coils, and new plugs, and all running great. And like I said in one of the other videos, I'll get it squared away, it's running beautiful, I'll go back to it, won't start, something's wrong. It's like, how many times do you have to touch a vehicle? Anyway, so I go back to the Cushman a couple of weeks, I go to start it, it's a little funky to start, it starts. It's idling, coughing a little bit, idling, settled down as it warmed up a little, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right. I reach down, the looking forward, going back, the left hand pipe was hot, right hand pipe stone cold. It's firing on one. Look, what is this, a hit and miss engine? Come on. So I look at it and I'm like, okay. And what I did is, I'm simply, imagine that this is in the engine. I push down on the cap. Now I've done literally hundreds of engines. It's ridiculous. I push down the cap. I know the cap's been on perfectly well. I checked everything the last time. I push it, and it all of a sudden, bang! It kicks over. The cylinder picks up and kicks over. There's smoke everywhere because it's been putting gas through for 5 minutes and stuff. Soaked. I press down on it. I let go. It keeps running, and bang, bang, it cuts out. There's a brand new coil, brand new heads. Now what I found is, and this goes back to the other video about why the plug out testing bright blue spark, put it in, doesn't fire. I think might have more than just a coil issue. The issue is in these caps. I don't know if they're kind of like aftermarket-y kind of thing. They're obviously not like Honda or anything like that, but this is the original coil off that 670. Can you see it? 670 coil. And then there's the cap. Now, it has two little wires that run around and then pick up on the inside. Now, if they get, rusted, they look steel on brass, obviously. If they get a little loose, working on it, taking it on and off, whatever, then this on the plug will get loose. And it's not making a connection. That's exactly what was going on. I would press down on it, it would kick up. I'd let go, or I'd just touch it on the side, and it would be gone. So what I did is, I'm thinking, hey, let me put it back on here. You put the cap back on the HT lead. Just a screw picking up the copper strands on the inside. So that's kind of loose. So this is obviously on the flywheel, on the magnets, coming up through the case onto the outside. There's the plug in the cylinder, 45 degrees odd. And then you push it down and it's on. What do you do when you take it out to test it? You pull it off, you take the plug out, you twist this, put the plug in, put it down, and you wedge it on something. And what you're doing is you're putting weight and torque on the HT lead against the plug, so it makes a contact. Bright blue spark, beautiful. You let off, goes back to its original position. Take it out, put it back in the cylinder, put the top back on, and now it's a little tiny bit loose, and it's there now and then. So what I did on the Cushman is, so imagine this is in the engine. I took this and I torqued it round just one turn, put it on, and I've actually got torque on the HT lead. Not a lot, this is not dramatic, but it's actually pulling on the cap, and the cylinder stayed perfect. I ran it around the yard a few times. Absolutely marvelous. So I think that, along with the original coil issue, because you look back at one of my videos about the coils, one side was throwing some really funky numbers on the low side and really funky numbers on the high circuit side of it. So that could have been the answer, possibly. The caps the little tiny pins on the inside that run here. You can see the scratches on the end of the plug. They get soft, or they're not there, or something odd. The new coils had slightly different caps, but that could be part of your issues. So as you be careful, obviously touching HT leads when the engine's running. Wear a pair of gloves just in case, but hold the cap and push it down while it's running if the cylinder's not cooking, and just move it around a bit and hold it, and then see if your exhaust starts getting warm. Obviously be careful about touching the exhaust, but see if it's getting warm, cooks off the gas that's gone through. If that's what the intermittent issues are and the people that I've asked, that could be it. I'll let you know how that goes too, but that's just a little fill-in. Oh, also, the carburetor that I put on the Cushman, on one of the videos, and when I purchased it, it had got, I swear it got the markers for a Briggs & Stratton V-twin 24. It's not. It's actually a GX 670, one of the clone Honda carburetors. It's like $46. Anywhere from $46 to $71. That's what's on the Cushman. Somebody was asking about that. See you guys later. Do a thumbs up, click the bell, subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye. DCT Makes out.